Hey, everybody, welcome to day 3. Before we get into it today, I just want to get things started by saying that you are not sharing anything with me. You are not submitting anything today. The work that you're doing today is going to help you ace the quiz that we have tomorrow. Okay. So you're not sharing anything with me. You're not submitting anything to me. So don't send me an email saying that you're not sure how you should submit your work today. All right. You are not submitting this that I have up on the screen, but you are going to complete it to help you with what we have tomorrow. All right. So there are 4 different ways in which you can complete the assignment for today. You can print out what I have here. Okay, this chart, this worksheet right here. You can get a piece of loose leaf. You can get a piece of computer paper, or you can get graph paper. Okay, graph paper. I would say that short of printing this out directly, graph paper may be the best way to go. But if you do not have graph paper, loose leaf or computer paper work just fine. You are going to use this data that we have right here to create a bar graph. Okay, we have the countries already down here. So Burundi. Okay, look up here. People living in the Nile Basin by country. So the total population in Burundi, we have 3 million people. All right, so this right here, this line right here, that's 10 million people. This is 20, this is 30, this is 40, this is 50, this is 60, this is 70. So all these middle lines are 5. So this right here is 5 million people. All right. This is 3. Burundi has 3 million. So you're going to be filling out just, halfway between the start and this 5 million, because 3 is the halfway, pretty much the halfway, but point between 0 and 5. Okay, then you look at Congo. How many people live there? 2 million. So it's going to be even less. Egypt, 68 million. So this is going to be a giant bar. Okay, all the way up to almost the very top, but not quite, because it's not quite 70 million. All right. So you're going to be creating this bar graph for the number of people living in the Nile Basin. And the way that you do that is you take a look at the numbers and the population in the Nile Basin, by the millions. And you do that for all these countries: Burundi, Democratic Republic of Congo, in the chart it says Congo, Egypt, all the way down to Uganda, all the way to the last. All right, you're going to make a second bar graph, but now it's by the percentage of population living in the Nile Basin by country. Okay, you start off with 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. You take a look at our country. So Burundi, there's 52% of the population in Burundi lives in the Nile Basin. So not everybody that lives in Burundi lives in the Nile Basin. So you would go up here, and it would be just above this line right here. Okay, 52%. Look at Congo, only 5%. So it's going to be this kind of like halfway, because this is 10, so half of 10 is 5. So somewhere along this region, okay, you would create a bar graph. Egypt, 95% of the Egyptian population live in the Nile Basin. So this is going to be pretty big. So it's going to be a very large bar once again. Okay, Uganda, 100%. So this entire thing should be filled out. So that's what you're doing today. You are either printing this out and shading in the bars, or you're going to recreate these charts on a piece of loose leaf, on a piece of computer paper, or a piece of graphing paper. Okay? Whichever is the easiest for you, go ahead and do it. I would say that in order, the easiest that I would think would be printing it out. If you have the capability, do so. Next would be the graphing paper, then probably loose leaf, and then the computer paper. I would say computer paper is probably hardest because there is no lines on there, so you don't really have that guideline for 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, 40 million, and so on. All right. You are not submitting this to me today. You are going to use this information, use these graphs to help you with what you are going to be doing tomorrow. And that is a quiz on all the information that we've been kind of going over this week. All right. So once you're done with the chart, you are done. I will see you on day 4.